Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Garrett from the Living Stream team. I'm going to show you a little bit about how our project is going currently. So right here I've got our Unity development environment open. Um, and for now I'm just going to go ahead and run the scene and show you kind of what we got going on. Okay, so right now we're just running it in the test environment within Unity. It's not built out as an actual separate application yet. As in it's not exported from Unity. Uh, so we can't quite full screen it yet because of that. But a couple of things that are going on screen right now. Obviously, you can see we have 5 fish right now swimming around on the screen. That is configurable. We can edit the amount of fish, but just for testing right now, that was like the initial amount we had set, so we just haven't really changed that yet. We have our orange ball over here, just as a test obstacle. The fish don't actively flee from it or anything, but they will swim around it and avoid it as if it's like a terrain obstacle kind of. And then you see when I click here on the screen, a little white ball shows up. This is what we're using to test for like the fleeing mechanics on the fish. So when I click and the ball shows up, they will actively flee from it. They will run away. So this will be kind of like our player representation in the game. Let me see. They're just running away. You can kind of bully them into the corner as well. It's just silly. Okay. And also, it's it's a little hard to see on the screen, but that's why I have this black square down in the bottom left. If you can see the little red trails, that's representing the disturbances in the water. So you can see behind where the white ball is moving, there's a little trail, like a wake kind of. It's kind of how we're going about implementing the little splashing for where the player will be. So basically, this white ball is going to be our player. One of the last main things that we're working on is connecting the motion sensor data to our little player ball. Ideally, once we actually get the data, the ball is going to be invisible. You'll just see the water disturbance, and there won't actually be anything there. Like you won't see the ball there. But yes, getting our motion sensor hooked up to that is one of the last things, and also a configuration menu, so where you can adjust the motion sensor data based on the height that it is from the ground in case it needs to. Because the project itself is supposed to be used and being intended to be used at multiple different sites, and you'll have different setups, so you'll have to configure the motion sensor for every different way it could be set up, and that's why we're talking about implementing a configuration window. And also, we have the framework for the motion sensor kind of there, but it's not quite put together yet. Let me enable this object. This is representing all the motion sensor data on the screen. So you can see the red parts are the floor because it's just pointing straight downwards. Let me walk over here to the motion sensor. But you can see it sees me. Basically, we want to just that little white ball that we had for representing the player. We're just trying to track pretty much people's heads and spawn a ball on everybody's head so that you can see a relative representation of where that person is in the scene. We're just working on actually figuring out how to process this texture and get some location data from that. So yeah, that motion sensor integration and our and our configuration window are about the last things we've got. All right, that's about it for now, though. Thank y'all.